up, fam? Welcome to Mikasa. Me and brother Sage were just talking about like momentum in the day and in life, and like being tired and lethargic in things we do versus when we have energy. And kind of we just got into it there, and I just want to dive in on this in terms of like energy, momentum in life, and I guess a sense of like satisfaction or fulfillment, whatever you want to call it, where that comes from and how to create that. So we were both commenting on being like kind of lethargic at different times, like throughout the past like month, and feeling that way and feeling like we're just like lacking in, direction, or like the power, that energy that we used to have in things, or why is that up and down? And we came to the fact that we need a vision. We need a vision that we're going towards, that we're excited for, right? And progress towards that vision in your life, solving those problems and like ever getting closer, is where like that sense of energy, that sense of momentum and fulfillment come from. And this is crucial. So, for example, like in terms of work for me, like I work online, I do media, website stuff, do photos for people. That's like, I'm trying to, filter that out more. But anyways, when I work, I must work with the vision in my mind of like the adventures, the traveling, the fun, the friends, like the places and community that I want in my life. And what does that like look like? What does the vitality in that life look like, right? And work with that purpose in mind. I am working for that. I'm working, what's the next step towards being more financially free and creating a better lifestyle for me? Like, how do I want, work, or, how you contribute to others in the world? How do you want that to be in your life, 2 years from now, 3 years from now? And taking the actions to make that necessary. So then you come into work with a purpose. You're not working aimlessly. It's like, oh, I kind of want to feel like doing this. You have the same purpose fueling everything, right? Yes, you can make intentions and goals along the way, like I want to get to this next pillar or whatever. But essentially, my friends, having an archetype, a vision in your mind of who you want to be and where you want to go, having one story in your mind, right, is how you actually progress towards it and build a sense of momentum and satisfaction in your life. Right? Because you see things coming together. Instead of attacking work and attacking life and relationships, right? And play and vitality, and like exercise and philosophy and all these different things separately. They should all be driven from like one vision, what you want your life to look like, what do you value in that life, right? And kindling that fuel in the morning, kindling the fuel that's going to carry your energy through the day and build momentum through the day, is creating that vision in the morning. So what that would create in your life would be almost like reflected in a really good almost experience or story I had that was in childhood and middle school, and that was reading fantasy books, reading fiction books. And I glorified these heroes, these warriors, these kings in these books, and I loved them. I lived through them. I read all the time, like set some reading records and whatever, like in elementary school, middle school. But I lived through these characters, and I was just thinking about how that affected my life. And I would say it's one of the most like important, critical, like profound things I did. Because it created all these characters, these archetypes in my mind that I glorified, that I wanted to be like, right? So I went to the gym, and when I worked out like that warrior, Then I would go into the forest, like when I was a little kid, and like train with sticks and whatnot. But I was always on it. I was always on it because it was the fuel for everything I did. I wanted to be like them. And that helps you grow so fast. And your story evolves. Like, we don't need to hold on to one story, one vision, right? But like right now for me, my vision for life, come spring, come summer, is, like starting events, holding events and whatnot, building community and tribe around me. My vision is traveling to different festivals, right? Like hanging out and meeting new people. Like being a warrior, really, being vital, like having different like boot camps, martial arts events with my brother out here, and all these amazing things, right? And it's like, okay, I want that to happen. So what do I need to do? What do I like? How do I start growing towards that? What should I start implementing into my life to have that vision of vitality, like in all things? And really, the keys, the alchemy, my friends, is how do we maintain that vision, that mantra? What story, what things do we have to influence our mind with to cultivate that mandala you are imposing onto your life? What do you got to do, right? And that alchemy is in the mornings, right? Like your meditation, remind yourself where you're going, okay? And then this creates purpose, my friends. The fastest way to deplete energy, momentum, and like meaning or happiness in life, the fastest way is to move aimlessly or randomly based off how you feel, following distractions or like entertainment. Because my friends, when we move aimlessly without a purpose, we never grow a sense of satisfaction that we're like we're solving problems in our life. We're solving the next problem. We're growing into who we want to be. And setting simple goals and attaining them is like how you cultivate that self-worth and momentum. The last 2 videos I've made, one being on living a full day, and then the other one on cultivating self-worth and whatnot. This is all tying into the same thing, because this is like, I guess, what we've been living, talking about, experiencing in our own lives lately. So this is kind of the theme of the cycle. And what more can be said? Yeah, my friends, cultivate a vision. Cultivate a vision, and it will invigorate action. It will inspire more action, right? You'll be inspired to work on your dreams instead of like, I know I need to do this right now, right? But like, you know, you go into it, you get really nothing done. Like when I work online, like when I build like Reality Files coaching stuff and packages and, you know, like connect with people, like there's a lot of different things I need to do in terms of like online work. So it's like when I go into that, it's really easy to get like scattered and aimless, or I feel like, and nothing really gets done. Like 1% of what most of us do that's like self-driven, I guess, like intrinsically motivated. Like 1% of that shit is actually like going towards that vision, unless you're like just in mad creation mode. Anyway, my friends, invigorate your life, invigorate momentum, right? Invigorate yourself by building a vision and taking steps towards it. It's that simple. 7:44, we're that deep in there. Sage, you got anything else to add to that?
Remember to embody it right then and there. Just like right now, this is the time that we get to embody our power and to like be in that space of who is it that we're wanting to be. Well, we get to practice it right here, right now. And that, you know, that's, for me, that's what it is. It's like, all right, who am I? And then be that, and then move in it and stand in it.
Totally. So the 3 steps would be will it, like do it, be it, right? Will it, do it, be it. My friends, the master keys to manifestation, there's 2. It's desire and willpower. A burning flame and the will to do it. And just on this note, do you want to tell them about like how you were feeling before class and like, what went down?
Yeah. So we just had class, and man, before class I was just with my son. He was taking a nap and I was just tired. I did not want to do class. I didn't want to teach, and I didn't want to get up and do it. I was like, I would have just sat and been kind of lazy, you know, like he was saying. But I knew that not only am I going to benefit, but I'm going there for other people to live in vitality. And so I was able to bring my energy and like be the embodiment that I wanted to show, because I was doing it for them. Go up a little bit. There you go. Yeah. And and we just had an awesome class, and I feel good. Like everybody afterward was feeling so energized, and you know, it was like, that's what we do.
It was awesome. It was, man, the martial arts class is almost like a ritual for all of us. And like it cuts away all the bullshit. You meditate, you get into the movement, you get into that like mantra and trance, and it's awesome, and it cultivates huge energy. And thanks for sharing that, Sage. Yeah. I just want to like add one point that's going to benefit like this video. Another nugget here is that this is how we started our conversation. It's the right use of willpower. The alchemy of it is just the right amount of application of pressure, the minimal effective dose of willpower or pressure. Because if you're like forcing your way through life, like I am going to do this, and like you're studying, like it's very rigid and whatnot, then you're not listening. You're not listening to the spirit of the hour. You're not dwelling in this vision, this embodiment you are becoming, right? And being inspired by that. No, you're living off of like dead systems. And the right application of willpower is key, because when you like do things that you should be doing, that are inspired by a higher will, a higher like force, when you do those things, especially inspired things, when you apply yourself there, you cultivate energy, you build greater integrity with your will and energy, and it makes you feel better, makes you thrive, right? And the right application of willpower, like for Sage, is going to class. But it's how much willpower to use. Like, oh, I want to show up like this, and like you like force yourself too hard, you build it too hard in your mind. It's like, you know, how it's literally like your weave, right? To get yourself there and to get out of where you were, to feel that shit out and move on into a new state of being. And like for me, it's going to the gym, you know, probably around noon or like before that. Waking up and like I don't really want to, but willing myself to go outside and go for a long walk and just letting myself get into it. You know, whether it's gonna be like I just made dinner and I'm about to start painting, because you know I've wanted to paint for so long, but I never did it until I went to this store and just grabbed a canvas and some acrylic paints. And you know, after I made dinner, I'm like, you know what would make me like really full tonight? Painting. And guys, when you do this for yourself, when you do things that are inspired by you and who you're becoming, when you do those things, you build mad momentum and satisfaction in life, because you see the progress all around you. So build a mandala, build a vision, right? And do things with that in mind, or else it's just wasting energy. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hit that like and share button. Definitely hit the bell notification next to the subscribe button. Follow me and my brother Sage on Instagram.
Yeah.
And let me know if you enjoyed having brother Sage on here. I think we'll do that kind of thing more often. Anyways, definitely go check out our latest martial arts videos on Instagram at realityfiles. And cool, if you guys want to talk to me one-on-one,